Alright, welcome back to Big Ambitions. I'm just leaving the wholesalers where I picked up 4 cases of wine, some cheap flowers for the gift shop. Today we're going to go ahead and look to add the wine racks to the gift shop, start selling wine alongside the cheap gifts and the flowers. Tried tweaking the prices a little bit, but we were already maxed out, so we're not going to get anything else out of the products that are already there. Possibly, as Uncle Fred has on his objective here, when we get better customer service, sales will go up, but we're not going to train anybody currently because their demands will increase, and just a headache I don't feel like dealing with right now. After we drop off these supplies, also, I have runtime on a little bit. I completed the business administration class and got a couple of shelves in here. Simply because doing the class is pretty boring. It's just literally clicking a button and passing time. Tried tweaking prices a little bit, but that didn't actually fly. Even raising prices $1 for the cheap and expensive gifts was enough to turn the customers completely off, so we're just going to leave it where we're at, which in my game, at this time and point, it is $38 for expensive gifts, $21 for the cheap gifts. You're not going to get anything else out of it. Secondary products, I don't think you can really get away with raising the prices. Since they don't come to your store looking for it, they just buy it because it's there and convenient. So I think if I raised the prices on the flowers, they would just quit buying them. And we're making a little over $3 grand a day now. We'll just leave it. AJ Peterson's appears to be quite popular today. Run in here, we need at least 2 wine racks, and I think 2 wine racks, it's pretty much going to finish out the gift shop because we're not going to be able to fit much more in there without it looking terribly cluttered. So run over here. I do wish that they would change it so you could see the, like when you hit this, it tells you how many. You can go to the F1 menu, pull up furniture, and it does tell you here now. But really it should be readily available right in the game, I think. So yeah, 10 customer capacity per wine shelf, so we're going to need to get 2 of them. Probably would have got 2 anyways, even if it had enough customer capacity with 1. Simply because it will look better that way. And as we all know, looking better is half the battle. And do a quick illegal U-turn here. Nobody saw anything. Excuse me. I mean, really, dude? Granted, I didn't have my turn signal on, but that's not my fault. To the best of my knowledge, there's no way to turn your turn signals on in this game. You're in the city, they don't even know what turn signals are. Run in here, set up these wine shelves, and we'll put them right in the middle of the floor here. Something like this, maybe? See, I'd prefer them to go this way, but I don't think it's going to look right. I wonder if we can back them up like this. Using the Alt button, just kind of finesse them into position. I wish they could snap after you use that, but I think that's going to be okay. Just grab this, drop this off. We do need to go get a bunch more wine bottles. Or boxes of wine, rather. So I'm going to go ahead and run over to the wholesaler and get that. Another 4 boxes of wine. And then we'll start looking to what else we're going to accomplish for today. Alright, I just finished bringing in 6 more cases of wine for the gift shop. That should get our inventory nice and topped up. Yeah, we probably actually have too much wine now, but we won't have to bother with it for a while. Expensive flowers look pretty decent. Remember, there's only 25 that go out on a shelf at a time, so we can reload the shelf at least 2 more times. Cheap flowers, same thing. Expensive gifts, cheap gifts, everything looks pretty solid, so we probably can ignore trinkets or trash for a couple of days, but I was doing some thinking, and rather than opening up a whole new store, I'm wondering if maybe we should just try to expand the hours here, because if we go into our insights, which are going to be a little bit messed up because I was in and out of the store yesterday. maybe we should be open a little bit later. I'm wondering if maybe staying open until midnight or even 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning might be worthwhile. I'm still debating it. My gut tells me to go with a new store. My bank account tells me we can't afford a new store yet, so I may just run time on for a few days, get a little more cash together. We still haven't actually paid back our loan. You see, but it's only a $9 a day for the interest, so I'm not bothered with it. Larry's probably getting a little impatient since he's only getting $9 a day, but then again, we're servicing the debt, so he knows he's going to get his 15 grand back eventually. There's probably enough stock in the store now for him to mostly recoup his money, so I'm sure he'll be okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass time on for a few days, get together some more money, and then we will look at opening a second gift shop, possibly. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm definitely not going to do restaurant yet. We don't have the income to support a restaurant. Don't know that I want to get into a clothing store yet. They're very profitable, but they have a fairly steep initial outlay, and we just don't have that kind of money. So I think a second gift shop will be ideal. Plus, it'll simplify logistics for the time being while I'm the logistics person. So I think we're going to pass time on for a little bit, get a little bit more cash together, and then we'll look at our options. But I'm leaning strongly towards doing a second gift shop. And as you can see right here, just me running in and out of the store led to a massive decrease in the amount of money we made yesterday. And I imagine, like I said, it's me being in the store actually messed up the calculations for the day's profits, because I had to actually visually show the people, because other than that, nothing else has changed. Insight wise, pricing's great, customer service is terrible, but it's always terrible, so that's not anything different. But you can see these drops in customer count, and that coincides with the times that I was into the store, so I'm pretty sure that's what's hurt me. Go ahead and run it forward. Alright, so I've run things on a couple of days. Money's starting to get back a little bit better. I do believe we are going to go with a gift shop. This little spot here has 50 retail, 30 capacity, so it can be a much bigger gift shop than what we currently have. We'll take a look at Market Insider, see what the demand is for gifts there and how many competitors there are. And yeah, it's 100% for cheap gifts, 99% for expensive gifts with no competition. It's a no-brainer. This larger gift shop should hopefully fund the rest of our endeavors in the game. The ultimate goal of the game is the same as the previous one. We're going to buy out the Elgato's building and kick them out. All because in a different playthrough they got mad at me for being late. 100% my fault, but I don't care. We're still going to blame them. To set this up, we're going to use our contacts. Well, first we need to actually rent the building. That would be helpful. So $149 a day, $450 for utilities, $4,400 down. Start a new gift shop. Call this one Arts Gifts. And now we will reach out to our contacts. We will have Square Appliances deliver to Arts Gifts. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock is fine. Let's get 4 of these. 1 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. 1 of these. That should be, I think, everything that we absolutely have to have. 4 shelves. That'll be enough because it gets to do 30. 2 drinks machines. 2 cash registers. 2 drawers. And a cleaning station. Yeah, that should do it. And that's going to take basically all of our money. I wonder if Larry would be cool with giving us a little more. Another loan. Let's Let's see what we can do with that, because I'd like to get this up and running as quickly as possible. Could I borrow, I don't know, how about 25 grand? Alright, so that will give us enough money to float us a little bit while we get that set up. Let's go ahead and contact Anderson Recruitment. Since we got the cash right now, let's go ahead and go big. We want youngsters. Give me 10 of them tomorrow. We're going to need at least 4 employees for this store. Might try to extend the hours. This store has really good traffic, so it might be worth opening longer. Alright, so if we'd had an accident, that would have totally been his fault. Must be some kind of Altima the way he's driving. We could get a delivery of stock, but I think we'll handle the stock ourselves because they charge $1,000 delivery fee. Just not worth it, in my opinion. Maybe when you're running a gift shop or a fast food restaurant, you don't have your own logistics, it's worth it to have them deliver once a week or twice a week or however many times you need it. But for the gift store, we can make a couple of trips ourselves and handle the inventory. Something I think they could have done with the smaller retailer. More expensive but free deliveries, or 24 hours something, because currently there's no point in the smaller wholesale. You can get everything from the smaller wholesale here at the bigger wholesale, except for groceries, which have their own little wholesaler. But by the time we get into that, we're going to be importing from offshore anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're getting the last of the initial stock. We're going to do 4 boxes of each. I parked over here because I'm used to getting the flowers and wine rather than the gifts. We're going to have to come back, get soda cans and paper bags. Go ahead and pay for this. Won't actually have anywhere to set this stuff, so we're going to use the hand truck trick. Thankfully they spawn infinite numbers of hand trucks, so it makes it slightly less tedious than having to carry it in box by box, or like in real life where you... Is this my turn? No, we're one more down. Real life where you'd have to pull the hand truck in, unload it, go back outside, get another one. Though in real life you could also unload all 4 boxes at one time. I don't like that there's a fire. I mean, I guess I should like that there's a fire hydrant in case there was ever a fire at my store. But it does make it slightly more annoying trying to get in and out of the building. Walk in. Now we're probably going to have to leave this with these hideous floors for a little bit. Just because I don't have a comfortable amount of money that I would willing to dump 20 grand and not enter the building. Please go back over here. I don't have 20 grand to invest in making the building look pretty. As you can see, this one's massive. We'll definitely probably get cigars in here as well at some point. Wine, cigars, flowers, gifts. But wine, flowers, cheap and expensive gifts. I don't think jewelry's going to do good in a gift shop, so we'll probably not do that. I think the wine, cigars, cheap gifts, expensive gifts, and the flowers will be the total that we add into here. I don't think there's any other products that would do well in a gift shop. You would think jewelry would, but thinking about it, I think I tried it in a different game and it just didn't do anything. So I'm run back over to wholesalers, pick up some paper bags, some soda cans. I think initially we're just going to run the gifts. I'm not going to bother with the flowers yet. And we have a couple of shelves being delivered tomorrow, I think. Can I see what my order is with them? We don't. So we can actually go pick up some storage shelves as well. I think it's going to have to be AJ Peterson. I don't think we have enough time to get to Square Appliances before they close for the day. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get all the invoice stuff together, get it parked in the shop, and we will pick up tomorrow after they make the delivery and I've set up the new store. Alright, so I got the store set up, and as you can see, I just couldn't take the floors anymore. Back where the employees only, yeah, they can deal with the ugly floor for now, but I had to do at least the floors out here. I had the 2 shelves set up, got the loudspeaker in, went ahead and ran over to Ikaboa, got our wall clock so the employees know when it's time to go home, they can stop dealing with the public. So I finally got the schedule figured out. We had to hire a couple more part-timers. The downside is it took a while to set. The good side is because of all the little quirks and times, we actually have pretty good cleaning coverage of the whole store. With the exception of Tuesday, every other day we have cleaning going on kind of throughout the day. So the store should stay nice and clean. And on Sunday, we had just the 2 cleaning shifts not too far apart. Get ready for Monday. Lena's the only one here with any kind of a complaint, and I don't really understand it. She asked for part-time, 5 days a week. She's on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She's off on Thursday and Friday. She works Saturday and Sunday. That's 5 days. To me, I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that'll just work itself out as she actually starts working the shift. Pricing wise, we set the prices to the same as the other store, and we're not going to open it today. Actually, what time does this place close? We're going to sleep until 11 today, and then we'll schedule the store to open tomorrow. That should both make sure that people actually show up to work and prevent them from coming in for just a part day today. And I have a good feeling about this. I think this is going to be a good money maker for us. Obviously, we're going to add the flowers and the wine and the cigars probably, because we have plenty of room in that store. But right now, we don't have the cash. We only have about $8,000, and I'm not going to make a whole lot today because the big store was closed. Hopefully, starting tomorrow, we'll start raking in the money. It's going to be a little bit more challenging to keep that store stocked. That's why I wanted to keep a nice buffer, because I'm sure we're going to need inventory soon. So we'll sleep here until 11. And then we'll call all our employees and say it's go time tomorrow. All right. For us, I guess we'll sleep until 8. Make sure that the initial store isn't falling apart, running out of stock. We did make $2,700 yesterday, so that's not too bad. Checking out inventory here at Trinkets or Trash. It is going to need a top up. Everything's getting a little close. Definitely need some cheap gifts and some expensive flowers maybe. I think we can get by with just the cheap gifts for now. So I'm going to run over, grab the cheap gifts. We'll load that into the store, and then we'll see how our new store will sleep till midnight, past time till midnight, see how the new store does, and that's where we'll call it for this episode. So I got the inventory, 1 box of each, over into Trinkets or Trash, so that should hold them through a couple of days. And now's the big test. Let's see how the new shop did. We'll sleep until just after midnight to get the numbers in. I'm thinking we're going to do pretty good there. Pretty confident we got that dialed in. And yeah, now we're actually starting to make some real money. $15,532. Question is, how much of the invoice did they go through in one day? Or inventory, rather, not invoice. So we still have a fair amount of everything on the shelves. We sold 258 cheap gifts, 258 expensive gifts, even 31 soda cans. It's going to be fun keeping that place stocked up, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Still have a lot of work to do in the interior. I know that. We haven't even painted the walls yet. Customer service is abysmal. That'll get better eventually. Do we have 10 employees yet? We're at 9 employees, so if we get one more employee, we'll have the 10 minimum that you need for the insurance, because I did look into that. Minimum of 10 people. Then we can start training, get the customer service up. But that number right there, that means that we're going to be able to start actually accelerating and doing a lot more interesting things. We could actually afford to cover the food industry here after a few days of money like that. Anyways, thanks for joining me. If you like that, leave me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you got any suggestions or ideas or any questions. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's the only way to get the channel to go. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.